And another thing, it's high time that we as Africans stop with this lie, with this facade that all Africans are brothers and sisters and we love each other.
Hello everyone, welcome back. So Americans are asking why are Africans talking about unity only when it comes to South Africa? This one is literally talking about he remember when Nigerians sent out all immigrants from their country years ago. Ghana did the same. You understand? Years ago. And now, why is it that when South African is doing their own, these people are calling South Africans xenophobic? Why are they claiming brotherhood or sisterhood only when it comes to South Africa? Guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do it. Like, share, and subscribe. While you listen to what our American brother have to say, he is an international brother that has traveled to so many countries and have seen the world. So he is giving out his own opinion. Thank you.
Then it's, Gazlam, one love, whatever. No, because that's not the reality, guys, especially when it comes to this whole thing of xenophobia in South Africa. Suddenly the rest of Africa is talking like, guys, we're supposed to be one, this and that. Have you guys seen what's happening in the rest of Africa? I can't even say the things that they're doing or post any pictures or videos, but I implore you, go and see what's happening in Libya. Libya is in Africa, right? Go and see how they're treating dark-skinned Africans there. We're talking levels like slavery and so forth. Do you guys think I can move to Sudan or to Egypt or whatever and open my own spaza shop there amongst the locals and just start selling my stuff and play music and everyone will, support me and let me do what I want to do? No, of course not. Have you guys seen what Rwandan rebel troops have done in the Congo, in the eastern side of Congo? Is that brotherly love? Is that the brotherly love that you guys are talking about? Mali was fighting for its life, trying to expel the French and everything else. What did the rest of West Africa do? Nigeria, whatever, Guinea, Ghana. They were ready to go to war with Mali and the rest of the guys that have expelled the French from that side. So there's no such a thing as African brotherly love. Everyone is just out there trying to, get their own. Now, the only reason why people can do it in South Africa and actually march and also toy and speak out is because South Africa, unlike a lot of these other African countries, has systems, with the human rights laws, this and that, and the constitution is quite stable there. So everyone, has the chance to, speak and say their piece and everything else. In fact, if I'm being truly honest with you, the only people I really feel for are actually the kids, the kids who, who are in between, who basically have maybe one South African parent and one foreign parent and so forth, because they might, see some type of confusion and so forth. But even with that being said, it's up to the parents to educate the children on what's happening, For example, I myself, I was born in South Africa, but both my parents are from the DRC Congo. I was called a Kwere as well, many times from an early age, but I didn't take it personal and I still don't because I understand. I'm a critical thinker and this is how it's supposed to be. And the best part about actually being born in one country but having your heritage from another country is the perspective that you get. I don't see things from a subjective point of view, but rather from an objective point of view, so there are no emotions attached. I just see things for what they truly are, clear cuts as day, and logic is the order of the day. So I implore the rest of you guys who are, half Zimbabwean, half South African, or your parents were born there and you were born somewhere else or whatever. First of all, there's no such a thing as South Nigerian and things like that, guys. It's okay to recognize both cultures if your parents come from both places, but always remember that you are also unique in your own special way. If one of your parents is from South Africa and the other one is not, then you have your eyes open to both cultures and you should embrace that. Never try to be something that you're not 100% because you'll never be truly accepted. And in doing that, you might do one of two things. One, be ashamed of yourself, or two, you try to kick down and look down on others. I've seen Zimbabwean people as well, in general, a lot of them who try really hard to be South African, that they end up looking down on other foreigners and calling them Kwere. And that's not how it's supposed to be, guys, Embrace both sides of the culture if you have a chance. Let's just stop with this whole facade that, the rest of Africa is kumbaya and only South Africa is the naughty, naughty child. There's no such a thing, guys, wake up.
I just want to understand to all the South Africans that are fighting for illegal immigrants that are in South Africa, and especially the incident that happened in Kukombo. If Operation Tutula don't claim to be xenophobic, and then now they make it like they're fighting for the jobs that they are taken by the illegal immigrants in South Africa, then I want to understand the man that owned a land in Eastern Cape was not legal because they fought against him because he's a black man in Nigeria owning a land in South Africa. Then why it was not the problem when we found out here in South Africa there are places that are privately owned that no black person that is allowed, like Kleinfontein and Oranje. We didn't fight over these places because these places are actually not owned by the South Africans, but now we tend to be like fighting over what was happening in Kukuma because a black man from Nigeria is owning a land in South Africa. Now we want to start fighting them because of it's a black person. If we don't like people who own land that South Africans are not allowed to enter, we should have fought over Oranje and Klemfote because they say they preserve African culture. And then now, Nigerian men are preserving their culture in South Africa. That was not a problem. And there are a lot of things that people should be fighting for in South Africa more than illegal immigration, especially in the province of the Eastern Cape. And then there's a huge unemployment. There are schools that are unbuilt and unfixed, especially the water crisis. But we saw that as a problem that we should be going to protest for. I just want to understand because Operation Tutula, they claim to be not xenophobic but fighting for illegal immigrants that are taking jobs over in South Africans. But the man in Nigeria is not illegal. Thank you.
So, guys, what do you all think about the video? Like, why is it that Africans wants to claim unity only when it comes to South Africa? I remember when Ghana, in history, Ghana sent out over how many African people back to their country. No one was saying anything about it though. It was their forefathers that took it on the street that these people should leave their country. They want to fix their country. Did they not leave? They left now. They left the country for Ghanaians. Nigerians too did the same. Carry Ghana, and that is where we got the Ghana must go. They did the same, right? Why is it that South Africa wants to do their own now? You people are bashing yours, matching South Africa head. You people just want to suppress South Africa, which is not going to happen. I just like the way South Africans are taking everything back. Yes, they don't even care anymore whatever you say. Before, where you people will say South Africans are xenophobic, we are brothers and sisters. You people are emotionally blackmailing these people. That is how they have been saying, okay, all these criminals in our country, they will change. All these people selling powder, they might repent. Yes, that is how they have been hoping till they did when it started unaliving their kids. These people say, no, it cannot happen anymore, not when we are still alive. It's time for us to fix the country. It's time for us to clean our country. And now you're calling them xenophobic. It's okay to be a xenophobic. We are proud xenophobic or xenophobia. We are proud of it. South Africans are proud of it. I will always stand with South African because I know what it is. There was this South African mama that came under my comment section. She told me that she's scared to stay with her own child in the house because that child is on powder. Guys, I was so heartbroken that day. I was in tears. What she wrote under the comment section, you could feel the pain of a mother. Feeling insecure of a child you carry in your womb for 9 months. All because of foreigners. If those foreigners leave, where will those kids sit? Where are they going to buy all those things that they are buying from them? Where will they buy those powders? This is one of the reasons why I support this movement. I don't support any violence and whatsoever they do, but I strongly support that they should leave. In a country where the system is working, civilians don't even have to take it on the street that there's insecurity because the system is working. By that time, when South Africans will be finished dealing with their government, people after maybe after 10 years or 15 years, other people may come into South Africa. You will be you will feel free to walk on the streets of South Africa. You have that sense of security that the government will be protecting everyone. The government cannot even protect foreigners. They are not even protecting their own citizens. You think this fight is just for South Africa? South Africans are fighting for the whole of Africa, but the fight is taking place but in South Africa. They said leave their country because they want to fight for their country. They are fighting, they're not fighting foreigners, but they want to fight their government. And they don't want foreigners to get involved in this. That is why they say you people should also go back and fix your country so that they too can also go and visit you in your country. But yet you people will not understand. They say common sense is not common. Anyways, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do it to like, share, and subscribe. See you on my next video. Bye.